If you win, you always have to think that you're not going to win forever. Because one day somebody younger is going to beat your record. So it's like in business, you can't be complacent.
Yes, ma'am.
Because one day somebody is going to suddenly come out of nowhere and take your market share just because you were complacent.
Welcome to this episode of Lockdown. Ako po si Carlos Sacamos at ang ila-lockdown natin today sobrang special guest dahil walang iba kundi ang the godmother herself, the UP Ninang, Ma'am Robina Gokongwei-Pe. Ma'am, it's an honor to finally interview you. Usually mga coach, player ang na-interview ko but now, executive, sports executive. I can call you a sports executive. So, thank you for your precious time. Binigyan mo ako ng 30 minutes to 1 hour.
Oh, 10 minutes.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
And thank you for inviting. And hindi lang ako ang ninang, marami na kaming ninang.
So, yun. We'll talk more about being a ninang, ma'am. But for now, being a sibling, ma'am. You're being the eldest of the siblings, ma'am. How can you compare your, ang pinaka-curious ako, sibling rivalry mo with your younger siblings? Can you compare it to, say, Ateneo UP rivalry?
I don't think we had a rivalry because we already acknowledged who was the most intelligent among us.
Wow. Ikaw yun, mama.
Hindi ako.
Oh. Sino?
Si Lance.
Okay.
It was obviously since childhood, he was already the most capable. So there's no more rivalry. He's the boss.
Hindi ka nagselos being the eldest tapos mas younger yung ano?
Ay hindi, kasi once you know your capabilities, hindi ka na magseselos.
So, where were your capabilities na feeling mo that were your strengths, ma'am?
I have not thought of it.
Okay.
What are my strengths? Nagging the UP men's
Wow,
basketball
hindi naman,
team.
syempre, hindi.
Yeah, nagging.
Let's go back to, ma'am, good old, the winless seasons. So, can you just describe, ma'am, how it felt? Yung first, second, and third na, how did you feel then?
You know, first you have to remember that, first we have to remember why we're sponsoring the team. It's because we love the school, because we owe our success to the school. So don't even think muna about winning, you think about helping. So the first year they were 0-14, we just scratch our heads. And then the second year, I think they were 1-13 or 2-12. We continued to scratch our heads hanggang tawa-tawa na lang. And then finally in 2016, Bo came and then we had 5 wins. Oh, we were in total shock and total jubilation.
So, yung first 3 winless seasons, ma'am, was there a time there na you had doubts of supporting the team or sponsoring
because
the
you
team?
go back to your original purpose of supporting the team because you're supporting the school.
So, what made you support the team in the first place, ma'am? Siyempre, aside from being this your alma mater.
You know, it started in 2008 when UP celebrated its centennial year, 100
Apo.
years, because UP was founded in 1908.
Apo.
So I was invited to be a member of the Centennial Commission. And then right beside me was Benji Sandoval, who was the executive director of the commission and college secretary of the UP School of Business Administration.
Okay.
And aside from the committee preparing for the centennial year, we were all asked to how we could help in our own personal way. And then I said, what am I going to do kaya? And then here comes Benji Sandoval saying, you know what? Maybe you can support the basketball team kasi palaging talo and nobody's watching and nobody's supporting. And since your family used to run a basketball team in the PBA, great taste, maybe it's something that would interest you. Then he said, okay, I will give you tickets for the next 3 games and then see if you're interested. And so he gave me tickets for the 3 games and UP lost all 3. And I said, oh dear, I think this team really needs help.
So,
And that started it. And then that was in 2008. And then, well, because of a lot of procedures, we started only in 2010.
okay. So, ngayon nga, behind you, 16 years
Yeah.
of supporting. Do you think your support or investment has paid dividends na look where the team is now?
Oh, of course, of course. I mean, we were very happy to support the team, and we're even happier that the team had 2 championships in 4 years, the last 4 years. So can you imagine how happy we are?
Does winning ever get old when you look back into the siguro dark days? You compare it now na puro na kayo panalo. Sobrang ano ba? Does it ever get old na?
Yung parang,
The winning feeling.
the feeling, does it ever get
Old.
parang how boring that we keep on winning?
Yeah? Yeah.
Of course, winning, you never get bored winning. And you also never get bored losing. You just
Okay.
get mad.
Okay mo. So, yun na, balik lang tayo dun sa yung sa first win nyo nung 'di ba after the 3 winless seasons, you had your first win. Nagka-bonfire kayo. What was your parang point of view then? Parang what did it feel like to finally get that first
It's
win?
like we won. It's like we won the gold.
Gold medal. Okay. Where were you? Nasa bonfire ka nun?
Oh my gosh, I don't remember where I was.
Okay. But you remember
But I
celebrating.
remember speaking to the team.
What did you say?
I don't remember what I said. I probably said the same thing that I've been saying since 2010.
Which is-
Manalo, matalo, I love you pa rin.
Oo. Okay. So para siyang mga anak mo yung feeling na pag pinakausap mo yung mga players.
You know, at my age, parang apo na, hindi na anak.
Hindi naman. Okay. So, what's the sweetest UP championship for you?
Well, the sweetest the sweetest season for me was when we entered the finals.
Finals. First finals in a long while. Since sila Benji Paras po ata yun, no?
No, that was the first championship since Benji Paras.
Yeah.
But the first finals, I don't remember. That one talaga.
Okay.
That was, I don't know. That was, of course, my happiest moment. But I can't say that when we won the championship right after that, it was not also the happiest. So there were 2 happiest moments. Wrong grammar, but the 2 happiest moments.
But the feeling that you got when you made the finals, do you think it was mas feeling mo greater siya than siguro? Kasi matagal kayong hindi nyo na-feel yun eh.
It's hard to say. It's really hard to say.
Okay. If you don't mind me asking, where does your the sponsorship money go? Do you know where it goes? And
Oh
do you
yes,
think-
I know where it goes. You know, we're in business and we know where every cent goes.
Can you take me through the path of how it helps the teams or how it helps the team, the players? Can you mention? Are you at
You
liberty?
know, somebody has to, they have to eat, right? They have to have a place to stay, you know,
Okay.
those basics.
Okay. So, yung pag-sponsor nyo, ma'am, does it result in you having a say in team decisions?
You know,
Wala
I
naman.
don't know anything about basketball. As long as we know where our money goes, we're okay na. And of course, as long as they win.
Pero parang bonus na lang yun or do you require them to?
To win?
Yes.
You know what? We've been sponsoring them since they were 0-14. So parang as long as they try their best and they're having fun and they attend classes,
So yun, ma'am,
we're fine with that.
Okay. Speaking of attending classes, how important is it for athletes to be students first?
Very. Because right after, you need your diploma because you're not sure you can't be a basketball player forever if the slots are very limited. So you better get that diploma because if you don't get into the PBA, of course you get to another league, but then the slots are also limited. So you better get that diploma if you want your career to start moving.
Okay. Speaking of yun ma'am, yung mga careers ng mga amateur athletes, hindi pa sila pros pero as amateurs, parang you get to see them spend their monies. What's your take on them parang buying luxury stuff, luxury cars? Do you think their money should be better spent elsewhere?
The amateur athletes? I oh I of course.
Yes, ma'am.
Not all of them naman do that. A lot of them they invest in they build a house or they invest in a little business, and I really like that. Like right now, our drugstore. We have a drugstore. We're
Yes, ma'am.
renting a building that was built by a player who just moved on. Left already UP.
Okay. Ano yun, ma'am?
Galing.
What was that? Ano yung mga pharmacy niyo? Rose Pharmacy,
Yeah,
TGP?
yeah. And we're renting his building.
Okay.
With his money, he built a small building with his aunt.
Oh. Sino yan, ma'am? If you may. Can you,
Somebody from that territory.
Okay. Okay. Speaking of, yun nga, ma'am, yung mga deals na the amateur players get, if you're familiar with the NIL deals, ma'am, sa US NCAA, yung mga deals with the name and image and likeness of players.
I've
What's
read
it?
about that,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I'm not that good to even comment about it.
Okay. But can you comment on it being applied, or can you compare it to us if that kind of deal will be allowed? Kumbaga yung mga amateur players natin, mga college players are,
Getting
yes
sponsorship.
ma'am, so they can earn even before turning pro?
I have no comment at the moment.
Okay.
I don't know the answer to that.
But are you okay with it? You're not,
I really don't know the answer to that.
okay. People may say you come from money,
Yeah.
but syempre your dad, I read somewhere that your dad made you work sa ma'am, Robinson's Supermarket Bodega,
Yeah.
right out of college.
Yeah.
How important is it to start at the bottom for athletes and other people in general?
In business, I
Yes,
think
ma'am.
it's very important because then you'll understand how people feel about your company if you start from the bottom. And you'll be able to make changes. Because when you're there on top, sometimes you don't know the problems of the people below anymore.
Last question, ma'am.
Yeah.
You were a varsity swimmer, ma'am, dito sa alma mater.
Super bangko.
Pero varsity pa rin. You made the team.
I made the team but super bangko.
When was it?
Oh my God, 1979, you were not born yet.
Okay, so being a varsity player, ma'am, you're in sports. What does sports teach you that you can't learn in business?
It teaches you to lose, and by losing, you work harder so that you can win. So, you don't, of course, you feel bad losing, but by losing, you learn a lot of things. And then number 2, you learn about teamwork. And then number 3, if you win, you always have to think that you're not going to win forever. Because one day somebody younger is going to beat your record. So it's like in business, you can't be complacent.
Yes, ma'am.
Because one day somebody is going to suddenly come out of nowhere and take your market share just because you were complacent.
Nice words. So, yun na. Maraming salamat. Ma'am, do you have
Thank you.
any final words sa viewers natin and sa, syempre, UP fans?
Okay, UP fans, UP fight.